In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting, hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Welcome to The Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards. I am your host, and today, why are we even discussing Mike Amiri? We're talking about Mike Amiri today, not just for the obvious reason that he's one of the most popular designers in hip-hop and in music in general today, but because when you go looking into a person's past, or you just go looking to find out why somebody is so popular, or what have they done, or just looking for something in this case, if you're just looking to see what makes Mike Amiri so appealing and so all of this right, and we'll get to that later, you start to find out things about them that you might not have known, or that they don't bring up, or it's just a secret in general or something like that, or maybe something that's not secret, it's just not something that is brought up. Let's get started, I guess. So, who is Mike Amiri? Mike Amiri, if you don't know, you're living under a rock, or you just don't care, and that's just not your world, but you're just trying to figure out what is going on with this guy. Mike Amiri is a Korean American fashion designer popularized by every rapper known to man at this point. Anybody that is a higher level, higher of quality musician, a musician that has enough money to afford that kind of nonsense, and just all type of fashion stuff. But Mike Amiri did not get his start in fashion. Mike Amiri actually got his start in music. He is credited as one of the co-founders of K-pop. And this is where I bring my notes in, because I have a direct quote from how he got his start in music. This says, "That's a fun skeleton in my closet that is now jumping out," says Amiri over the phone from Los Angeles, where he lives and works. "One of my best friends was a rapper and musician. I wrote songs with him. He ended up being considered the founder of K-pop hip-hop movement. So now on Wikipedia, I'm credited with him as one of the co-founders of Korean hip-hop. It's strange, but I'm happy that's part of my history." Now they're like saying, that's the only quote I got as far as for that goes. Now they're saying that it's just like a footnote in his history, but I think this is very, very important, because if he had not got his origins in music, being the founder of something is not just a little thing. Being the founder of something is actually huge. He's the person who he paved the way, I'll say. He paved the way for groups like BTS and all these other groups that are now getting their shine across the pond, and they saw what was going on over here, they liked it, and they go and emulate it. Whether you think that's right or wrong, and I don't agree with it, but whether you think that's right or wrong is to your personal liking. I'm not here to dictate how a person feels about it. The thing about Amiri and being the co-founder of hip-hop, people will use K-pop, Jesus Christ. Being the co-founder of Korean hip-hop is what I meant to say, or K-pop, whatever you want to call it. That opens the door for people to feel like that he has some type of validation because he has an understanding, because he was a musician at one point. Now, what is the appeal of Amiri? It's not just the little fun things that they might do by going and exploiting, and not exploitation in a bad way, but exploiting, like bringing out and using it to their full advantage. The whole distress look. They said that some of their designs come from actually taking a shotgun and shooting the clothing. Like they still use the shotgun to shoot some of their clothing and stuff, and that's a cute little footnote. But the real appeal and the real thing about Amiri is it's just expensive. It's not that it's some super crazy fabrics or some super crazy this, or this is exotic silkworm hair from the Silk Road over in Asia or wherever. It's like the appeal is always the price. People, especially in hip hop, It don't even got to be hot. Look at Balenciaga. Nothing Balenciaga really make it hot. You can get on Microsoft Word and type a space in between every letter in Balenciaga, and you can screen print that on the t-shirt, and nobody would know, and it wouldn't be no different than what they do at their place. It's always a price point, because the allure and the appeal of stuff is, I can get it because you can't get it. I can buy this because you can't buy this. They say some of his jeans go for how much? $1770. So it's like, I can afford $2,000 jeans. Other people can't. He has jeans that sell for way more than that. $5,000 a pair. Just $5,000 for a pair of jeans, and just to wear somebody else's name. And the only appeal, like, let's be for real, is the price point, because everybody can't afford it. So, and everybody's not willing to pay $5,000 for some jeans. Now, this is my thing with Amiri, and I guess I just wanted to touch on how dark it is, or how dark it when the Pop Smoke situation. So if you live under a rock again, or you wasn't born, or wasn't paying attention, or somehow, somewhere you just been disconnected, we know that Pop Smoke was killed in California because Mike Amiri sent him a bag, and the bag had, like, sent him some clothes saying, thanks for, all your support, because this is what Mike Amiri does. He promotes he got his start in fashion by designing, giving custom clothes to people like Justin Bieber, Bella Hadid, people like that. He got his start in music, but he got his fashion start by giving clothes to and designing for artists, big mainstream artists. He's been in LA, he's been hustling, he's been working. That's how he got his start. So it's not strange that he would have sent Pop Smoke a bag. It's not strange that he would be giving Pop Smoke anything when Pop Smoke is in town. I think Pop Smoke died in LA. Yeah, and Mike Amiri is out there in LA, so Mike Amiri hears that Pop Smoke is coming to Los Angeles. Yeah, Pop Smoke is coming to Los Angeles. Pop Smoke got one of the biggest songs right now. Mike Amiri, Billie Jean, Christian Dior. I be in all the stores. Why wouldn't I give somebody who is like, they got a hit record out right now, they shout me out, I'm doing my thing, I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger, thanks to this song, not just accompanied by the likes of people who are just wearing it. It's one thing when somebody is just wearing the clothes. It's one thing when somebody is just, like, somebody as big as like Justin Bieber is wearing the clothes and taking pictures, and people are asking, or they see the name, and you got a little jumpsuit on. It's a whole different beast when a hit record is out and they are saying you by name. So that means regular people are now gonna be coming, saving their money, spending money, coming to be with you, coming to do, like, trying to be a part of what your thing is, because a rapper, because other people were shouting it out, but I'm crediting Pop Smoke with putting it on the map real heavy. We got people who drop lines in there, but Pop Smoke popularized it because he was so heavy on it, and he had a hit song. That Dior song is a hit, undeniable. So it's not strange that he would send him anything and have the address on the bag. It probably had the address on the bag because somebody probably went there, like an assistant or anybody, or Uber, and just dropped it off. And then Pop Smoke, being so young and stupid, just generally living his life, just flashed the bag, and it just happened to have the address up there. The dark side of that is your relationship, because he does have a quote where, let me say, it's not a direct quote. I think they asked him a question. They asked him something about wanting to keep the brand clean. And clean meaning, in his case, what he was saying was he didn't want anybody to feel unwelcome from his brand. He wanted it to be all inclusive. Anybody can wear the clothes. Everybody is welcome here. He don't want nobody feeling like an outcast. The downside to that part and Mike Amiri wanting to be in the realms and in the likes of a Gucci or a Louis Vuitton is, you can't have people like Pop Smoke promoting your brand because, or hip hop in general. Like, I'm gonna be real, he's not gonna come out and be like, because he's making too much money, and realistically, he doesn't care about a rapper dying in his clothes. That just makes it really, it makes the stock go up, but it kind of makes it be a standstill, because how can you get to a Gucci level? Well, I guess Gucci's at the level too, but we know Gucci and all these other places is just like real hands off when it comes to whatever. We'll use you for promotion, we'll use you for whatever. And then to think about having your brand be associated with murders and killings, and even the thing with K Flock, where no, yeah, he was in Amiri jeans and a Montclair coat, and allegedly, I hate that word, but allegedly committed a murder. What time is it? We cool. Allegedly committed a murder in your clothes. But that's what hip hop does. They take brands and they take items and they exploit them. And if it works out, the designers follow up and say, hey, here go a gift, which is, like I said, wrapping around is not the equivalent to the amount of money that Mike Amiri made when Pop Smoke popularized his name and made his name a household name by giving them a hit record. And I say a household name, he might have been known amongst the stars. People might have saw it at a fashion show, but Mike Amiri was not a household name until Pop Smoke came along and made him a household name. So giving him $10,000 worth of clothes is not equivalent to the $20 million that you made. But that's not no knock at him, because this is how they decided to do it. Unfortunately, Pop Smoke didn't live long enough to get no deal from Amiri, because he was already promoting it. The same mistake that Nelly made with Nike, which I already did a video on that. You can go watch that if you want to. But he wasn't like it wasn't moving how it's moving now, where regular people were striving to be a part of that on a nationwide basis. I don't know about California. That's what they into out there. They got everybody and everything out there, so they might have known it, but people in New York, people in Virginia, nobody cared about Amiri or nothing until somebody from this side came over and brought them into the spotlight. The sad part about this whole situation is when Pop Smoke died, all he did was put up a blurry picture saying, "Thank you, brother." You know, like, and I think that is very tasteless, even to spin back, because that's what these big brands do. You just got to look at them like a corporation. It's like, I'm gonna use you until I can't get no more use out of you, and then we're gonna move on to somebody else. We're gonna move on to a different situation. We're gonna move on to a whole different department. And it's really like, when you really think about it, it's really sad, because I even found myself asking, like, why did Mike Amiri come out and say more when Pop Smoke died? Because regular people would have not known who he was until, or unless Pop Smoke said it. And, you know, I didn't even think about pivoting into this direction until just sitting here just now. But I'm glad that I did pivot there, because it just gives you a lot to think about when you align yourself with these brands. When people align themselves with Balenciaga, or, and not to be confused with the Kanye situation either, because that was a whole different thing. He was over there doing the clothes. But look how Mike Amiri regarded. He should be on the ground thanking Pop Smoke every day. And for anybody who disagree with that, I'm going to bring this point up again, that Mike Amiri was not a household name until Pop Smoke came into the picture. That's all I got to say about it. Was there anything else I'm missing to cover? I think I covered everything as far as how he got in and all of that. So we'll just wrap it up. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for watching. My name is Nayim. This is the Dark Side of Songwriting, and I will holler at you.